Sitting alongside me, the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfield player Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is action from La Liga EA Sports. It's Sevilla facing Villarreal.
Well, thanks, Derek. The best coach I've played under would always tell us before kick-off, earn the right to play. If you can win your individual battles, outrun your opponent, eventually you'll get the space to show your ability. I'm sure that's being echoed by the coaches here today.
This is how Sevilla will line up.
Well, although we have it down as a 4-5-1, it's actually more likely to be a 4-2-3-1. They play with two holding midfield players, a number 10 and two wingers. The system has a nice balance to it.
And here's a look at the starting 11 for Villarreal.
Well, they're going to set up as a 4-4-2, which means the front two will need to be clever with their combination play, dynamic with their movement and energetic with their closing down. I'm looking forward to seeing them play here today. Here. The keeper is left totally exposed. It's an easy goal in the end, but well taken.
We've got live Bundesliga action on the way. It's Borussia Mönchengladbach, and they take on Stuttgart.
Thanks, Guy. Well, I'm really looking forward to this one today. It's interesting to see how both teams line up. But what an atmosphere we have here. I absolutely can't wait.
Team sheet.
It's a 4-5-1, or you could say a 4-2-3-1. This does offer plenty of threat going forward with the three behind the central striker. We may see the wide midfielders put in and the full-backs push on, while the defence is still protected from the two holding.
Here's the Stuttgart team sheet.
Well, it's very similar, isn't it? It's so important that the number 9 isn't left isolated. Both teams are going to have to make sure that they get players in and around them when they get forward. Again, and this is what he's capable of given the time and space. You've got to question the defending. Could they have got tackling earlier? It's a wonderful solo effort though.
This is always was an occasion to be cherished. Opening day in Liga. It's Stade de Reims, and they take on Lille.
Well, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium, Derek. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season and what it might bring. It's been a long wait, but hopefully it's a great game to kick their campaigns off.
Et des trophées brandis, il y en aura plein d'autres.
Looking lineup, a back five with four midfield players sitting in front of them. I'm not sure where the goal threat's going to come from today.
And this is the lineup for Lille.
Well, this system gives them a good defensive base. Well-drilled back four, a solid midfield with wide players tucking in, and two forwards who can press the ball. But does it provide enough fluidity going forward? I'm never sure.
An early goal in the game, just what they were hoping to produce.
Well, here it is again. The through ball is absolutely imperfect. And then through on goal, he never really had any doubt that he wouldn't slot that away. It's a cool finish.
Is Stuart Robson, and looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier League coming right up. It is Manchester City and they take on Ipswich Town.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Starting players for Manchester City. Ederson stands between the posts. Mateo Kovacic starts alongside Ilkay Gundogan in central midfield. And they line up with just the one striker looking to do a bit of damage. It's the Ipswich Town starting 11.
Well, we believe they're going to play with the same system here. It's all about the midfield battle. Whoever wins that should control the tactics. Just watch this again. Look how De Bruyne beats his man with such ease. And when he gets onto it, he decides to go for power. It's a really emphatic finish, which gives the keeper no chance.
Yeah, cheers, guys. Great to be here. I think it's important that both teams are focused from the off, though, and they start quickly. But I'd love to see some goals. Hopefully I've not just cursed it.
Wuchs ein Team aus Stahl und Stein. Elversberg, wir stehen bereit für die große Fußballzeit. Schwarz und weiß, das Herz schlägt laut, weil man hier auf wahre Stärke baut. Was keiner sah, wird
this is how the hosts line up.
Yeah, it looks like a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. This can be quite an attacking lineup with the three progressive players behind the lone striker, but you've still got that defensive protection with the two midfielders holding.
Jeder Schuss zum großen Ziel, keine Niederlage ohne Stil. Jetzt wo uns die Großen sehen, werden wir nicht untergehen.
This is the visitors' team for today.
Yeah, it's the same formation, and I'd expect both teams to commit players forward. So the two holding midfielders, they're going to be key from a defensive perspective. Completely exposed, but once he's through, it's a neat finish, very cool and collected.
And alongside me is the former Arsenal and West Ham midfield player Stuart Robson. And what we have for you is live action from the Championship. It's West Bromwich Albion up against Leeds United.
Thanks, Derek, as always. This should be a good game. Great atmosphere inside the stadium. We've got two teams full of quality, some interesting matchups, and two coaches that want to play an attractive brand of football. What more could you ask for?
The starting 11 for West Bromwich Albion.
Well, in this shape, their two holding midfield players will be key today. If they can get on the ball and dictate the play, protect the two centre-backs, it will then allow the attacking players to show their creative quality.
And a look at the starting 11 for Leeds United.
Well, no surprise really, they're matching up here, but there are many different ways they can approach this game, and I just think they'll be cautious today, certainly early on. Well, just look at the defending here. The keeper is left totally exposed. It's an easy goal in the end, but well taken.
Delighted to have alongside me, as usual on these occasions, Stuart Robson. And you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd ahead of kick-off, with their respective league seasons about to get underway. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Well, the atmosphere is incredible inside the stadium, Derek. There's a real sense of optimism amongst the fans about the new season and what it might bring. It's been a long way, but hopefully we get a great game to kick their campaigns off.
Sus colores bajo el sol, a la memoria, llega la gloria del viejo campo de Señor. Papa, Oreyun, y a despegarse sus banderas, con sus colores bajo el sol, a la memoria, llega la gloria del viejo campo
watch out for the passing lanes of the deep line midfield player. He can try and run the game in this 3-4-3 system.
This is the initial 11 for the visitors today.
This system gives them a good defensive base. Well-drilled back four, a solid midfield with wide players tackling, and two forwards who can press the ball. Does it provide enough solidity going forward? I'm never sure. Look at the defender here. The keeper is left totally exposed. It's an easy goal in the end, but well taken.
With you for commentary. Delighted to be joined by Sue Smith. And we've got live Bundesliga action on the way. It's Mainz, and they face Werder Bremen.
Cheers, Guy. I think it's so important that both teams start on the front foot, take the game to the opposition, and an early goal would certainly settle any nerves.
Line up.
Well, it does look to be a 3-4-2-1, and the flexibility in this will be provided by the wing-backs. The two midfielders can help in both defence and attack, and they'll look to dominate that midfield battle.
Here's the Werder Bremen team sheet.
It certainly looks like a 5-3-2 out of possession, but 3-5-2 when they're in possession. They will look to stay compact when they don't have the ball, and the distance between the units, I'm sure, will be small. Need to be clinical, though, when they do go forward. Well, just take a look at this. You can't be dawdling in possession in the defensive third because you'll get the ball taken off you. We'll just have to see how they respond now.
Greatly looking forward to bringing you live coverage of this match being played in Serie A. It's Fiorentina and they face Venezia.
Well, we've got everything needed for a good game here. Two motivated teams, a vibrant atmosphere, and some very good players. Let's hope we're not disappointed.
For Fiorentina.
Well, 5-3-2 only really works if your wing-backs get forward every opportunity and your front two work as a pair. Let's hope they can do that today.
introducing the visitors lineup today.
Well, it's the same formation and to a certain degree the same problems. Where's the attacking width going to come from? Therefore, I think the game will be determined by the performances of the front two. Which pair will pose the bigger problems? As you can see, they finish this really easily. They don't give the keeper a chance, do they? That's a good goal.
I'm Derek Ray on the commentary gantry and delighted to be joined as always by Stuart Robson. And we've got what we hope will be exciting league action coming up for you. What do you anticipate seeing, Stuart?
Well, this should be interesting today. I like the makeup of both teams. They really do have a good balance of attacking and defensive qualities. But the team that has the greater desire will probably come out on top.
This is how it looks for the home side.
On paper, it looks a fairly cautious approach, because unless their wing-backs can get into more advanced areas, I'm not sure where the attacking width will come from.
This is the lineup for the visitors today.
But it's like for like here, so whichever team wins more of the key battles will probably come out on top. I think this should be a tight game. Here's the replay, and he's got to clear his lines there. He doesn't do that. He has his pocket picked, and he's been rightly punished. Poor defending.
Charts at the ready is Stuart Robson. And all systems go, ready to bring you pulsating action from Liga McDonald. How do you see it panning out, Stuart?
Well, they've got everything needed for a good game here. Two motivated teams, a vibrant atmosphere, and some very good players. Let's hope we're not disappointed.
This is how the hosts will begin the game today.
Well, it's a 5-4-1, and on paper it looks very defensive, but they have got players that can break forward quickly and cause problems. It's just a case of how often they can get enough players into attacking areas. That's going to be key.
And let's have a look at the Monaco starting lineup.
Well, it's a fairly standard 4-4-2, which you don't see that often, but it does have its strength, particularly with the front two they've got playing today. They're both good players. Well, here it is again. again, and they've taken their goal well, but the defending was non-existent. That should never happen.
At St Mary's Stadium. I'm Derek Ray, ready here on the commentary position, and alongside me is the former Arsenal, West Ham and Coventry midfielder Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It's Southampton versus Nottingham Forest.
Well, I'm excited by this encounter today. Both teams have a good game plan, both teams can be physical, and both teams have creative players. It could be a case of who wants it more.
How the lineup looks for Southampton.
Well, it looks like they're going to play in a 3-4-3 formation, but without wing-backs. So although they might have an overload in midfield, they will be vulnerable to any switches of play by the opposition.
And here's how Nottingham Forest will line up.
Well, on paper it's down as a 4-5-1, but for me it's more likely to be a split midfield, with 3 supporting the front man and 2 sitting that little bit deeper as defensive cover. Well, here it is again, and as you can see, it's a simple finish in the end. The keeper is so exposed though. What can he do about that?
Alongside me is Sue Smith for commentary, and you can really sense the anticipation in the crowd with their season just about to get underway. It's Queen's Park Rangers, and they face West Bromwich Albion.
Well, the atmosphere's so loud in here. There's a real buzz in and around the stadium. The fans are looking forward to the new season and what they could achieve. 3 points would be a great start today, though.
Go out and start up the car. Put your foot on the gas and drive me down the shooting yard.
This is the Queen's Park Rangers team.
It looks like a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. This can be quite an attacking lineup with the 3 progressive players behind the lone striker. But you've still got that defensive protection with the 2 midfielders holding.
This is how West Brom line up.
Yeah, it's the same formation, and I'd expect both teams to commit players forward. So the 2 holding midfielders, they're going to be key from a defensive perspective. just have to see how they respond now.
Midfield man, Stuart Robson. And it's always exciting bringing you live coverage of La Liga hypermotion. Stuart, what are you expecting to see?
Well, both teams know they need to start the game well here, try to dominate the midfield area and get their creative players on the ball. This should be an interesting game, I think. Of the wide players and the forward runs from the central midfield players. They could be a handful today.
This is how the visitors will set up today.
Well, in this 5-3-2, the three central midfield players will need to work hard today. They're going to make forward runs, cover the wide areas and be the creative spark. They'll be key today. Well, just look at the defending here. They just don't read the danger. It's a poor goal to concede.
We've got a game coming up for you from Serie A. What are we going to get from this one, Sue?
Yeah, thanks as always, guys. A pleasure to be here. Anticipating a good game today and an atmosphere to match. Certainly been buzzing in here ahead of kick-off. Hopefully, we're not disappointed. Yeah, it's a 5-3-2 or a 3-5-2 if you like. The midfield will be flooded when they've got the ball, but then the wing-backs should drop off when out of possession. It's just whether they can get up the pitch consistently enough to help provide the width to their attacks. It looks like a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. This could be quite an attacking lineup with the three progressive players behind the lone striker. But you've still got that defensive protection with the two midfielders holding. Replay, and he does really well. He takes his man on with ease, and the movement is good to get on the end of it, and it's a simple finish in the end.
I'm Guy Mowbray. Alongside me is the former England striker Sue Smith. And we've got action from the round of 16 coming up for you. It's Rayo Vallecano, and they take on Valencia.
Yeah, getting to the business end of the tournament now. This is where the nerves could really kick in. Lots at stake, and it's going to be interesting to see how both teams approach this. I'm sure it's going to be an entertaining game nonetheless.
This is who I've been looking forward to seeing most today. Are we going to see him play a prominent role here soon?
Yeah, 2 goals in his last game, and that's why we're focusing on him. He's just got great movement, really intelligent, finds those little pockets of space, and I'm sure he's going to do exactly the same again today.
Por ver el limpio triunfo de tus colores, te sigue la hinchada y no le importa dónde. Y unánime pregona su alegre voz.
Here's how Rayo Vallecano line up.
Yeah, a 4-5-1 or a 4-2-3-1. A lot of coaches are adopting this nowadays. It does give you those 2 holding players, while you've still got plenty of threat from the wide wingers.
Here's the Valencia team sheet.
Well, no real surprise to see they're also set up in the same formation. It's just how effective those wide players can be. The onus is really on them to attack those bylines and turn their fullbacks. Well, here's the replay, and he does really well. He takes his man on with ease, and it's a brilliant finish. He strikes through the ball. The keeper